Okay, looks like everything is going. TikTok is going. Okay. Now, is there a way to look at YouTube chat from my phone? That's the next question. No, I'm. Okay, okay, TikTok gave me a warning, error, whatever. I'll start in a few minutes. Yeah, okay. And upload is. Am I live on TikTok? Give me 1 second. Okay, that's just the manager. Okay. Overview. Is my audio working? I don't know, I can't tell. Is there a way to watch my own live from my phone? I do not see it. See what this looks like. Either my audio's working. Okay, because TikTok Live said it wasn't detecting audio. I have my mic hooked up. I see the mic working. Or at least some sound is getting picked up. OBS is running just fine. So I know YouTube is getting audio. Now, the next question is, can I see my chat window for YouTube from YouTube Live? Because that, honestly, is what I need more than anything. Thank you. Okay, I think I'm just gonna. Alright, YouTube Studio is absolutely no help. Okay, so we'll just go from my other account. Oh god. I just opened YouTube and it's literally the most recent. There's an ad for Zayne's most recent myth and it's just the first thing I opened it to. Not that I'm complaining. God, that was such a wonderful myth. Oh. Okay. Alright. I kind of have eyes on both chats. My phone might run out of battery midstream, but that is okay. Okay. Alrighty. I just wish monitoring the chat. I almost want to restart. Okay. I don't know what's going on with TikTok Live, but we're just gonna scroll on through. Okay, Zayne, where did we leave off the last? Was I still fumbling with his hands? Okay. I can obviously see his is not done. His hands are more or less. Okay. I think I'm gonna go ahead and restart TikTok. I'm not trusting it right now. Okay. I'm just gonna restart TikTok really quickly. Alright. Violent. Okay. Alright, I'm just gonna assume TikTok is running fine. I need to figure out a setup where I can monitor everything. Okay, so let's see how much Zayne hates me today. Okay. So I know I still need to finish his coat. I kinda, his sleeves are fine. His fingers still need a little bit of work, but they're pretty much close to there. And I'll just need his legs and we can get on to coloring today. Okay, I think today's goal will be color. At the very least, I want to get to coloring. Okay, wait, hold on. I'm trying to remember how I set up this file because I've been jumping between different whips and I forgot where I left off on him. Then layer 6, okay. And then that's gonna be, all right, I think we can merge down relatively safely without too much of an issue. Okay, this is gonna be from one of these layers. Okay. I'm gonna fix these fingers in a little bit. I probably won't merge this layer down specifically just yet, but we can go ahead and merge this one. Yeah, I think this one is safe to merge. Alrighty. It's not as background opacity, extension, more chat settings. Why were you okay? Oh, hi. I'll learn the different softwares at some point in time, but I choose to be a hot mess instead. Potato. If I do that, that's gonna make it too long. Okay, I think that'll be good enough. I do not want to spend forever just trying to figure out the way the fabric should fall. And we have this as the inside. I don't. If I just do this, I don't know. I'm struggling with the way his fabric should drape because this is going to be okay. Let's not have this curve inward. Actually, we just have it. I think it's just the style of clothing. There's like a lot of overlaps, and I'm just not getting clear pictures for the shapes. Zayne, how much do you hate me? I'm also still testing between YouTube and TikTok, or not YouTube and TikTok. TikTok is going to be a constant, but I'm still trying to figure out which I'd rather go with, Twitch or TikTok, or Twitch or YouTube. So far, the benefit for Twitch is that I can, like, making clips is relatively easy. Um, YouTube, I still haven't figured out if they have like a very similar interface to create. What if it's not even, because it is one giant. Okay, so because the other option is to do this number so that it's more of it curving inward, and then you have that piece of fabric, but then it kind of loses the sharpness. Oh wait, but that's not a, that's not a, let me check my screenshots really quick for Zayne. I think my allergies have been acting up a lot lately. Like like the front of my head feels like, it feels like it's a pressure. It's not painful or anything, but it's like, it feels like there's a pressure there. I need to pick up my phone again. Okay, yeah, it's, hold on. Okay, it's very royal blue. That's not part of the sleeve. Am I gonna have to open the game? I might need to open the game, but then I'll lose chat. Okay. It's, from what I can tell, it's not a very sharp edge. It's not pointed. Yeah, it's not pointed. And it does fall pretty long. Okay, so this isn't all that accurate. Okay, there we go. So what we could do, because it is a giant square panel, because that won't necessarily make much sense, but it's just his sleeves are just giving me such a hard time, and I don't know why. I don't think like that can't even be too much of a slanted line. Okay. Do I know how to draw? Do I ever know how to draw? I'm struggling with him so much. And these are parts I usually, like, yeah, they take me a hot minute to figure out, but I don't know. Just, I feel like I'm struggling with Zayne more than I should be. And it's kind of starting to get frustrating. I low-key kind of want to scrap all of him and start over. But, okay. Because, okay, the shape of his feet makes sense. They make sense to me. But when I try to line them, it just loses. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just struggling so hard with this piece, and I'm not exactly sure why. Because his face is fine. His face is absolutely fine. It's the rest of his body. It's the clothing for this one that is really giving me the challenge. Maybe if, okay, yeah, that's better. Oh, what layer are you? Oh God, what layer are you on? Okay, now we'll erase this. I think I want to redo this piece somewhat. Okay, I think what I need is less swooshy, more just gentle flutter. Okay, I think we're gonna get it this time. His feet are going to be different. I was gonna tell a story, but then I realized I'm on TikTok, and I don't think it's gonna be a very TikTok friendly story. Yeah, less swoosh. Sometimes I talk like Hinata Shoujo. Okay, I think I got it. We're getting there. We're getting there. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so what I want is something that's a little bit. Okay, that's a lot better. Okay, because the thing about this piece of fabric is that it's long and it's a rectangle. So, hi. Okay, finally figured out. Can finally move forward in my life. Alright. Can OBS stream to both Twitch and YouTube at the same time? That's the next thing I'm gonna have to try. Because right now I have it streaming to Twitch and YouTube, just not YouTube. I'm pretty sure this is why I'm not getting very many people on TikTok. YouTube because the account is brand new, so that one I'm not too surprised it's kind of empty. Okay, no, that just looks terrible. I am 100% convinced Zayne just hates me. I need to look up quick reference for it. Okay. 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 That happened. Yeah, so it is a rectangle on that flap. It is long. No, those are his sleeves. Okay. They're long, so I can maybe get away with drawing them a little bit longer, maybe. Okay, I could probably get away with drawing them a little bit longer. And now if I only I could keep them on the same layer. Oh. Okay. Drew that where? Also drew that on the bottom layer. I am just layers and layers. I'm an ogre. Okay. Okay. I'm going delusional. My pen is the compression is working fine. Okay, I don't want that to be. Because there was the one thing that the sleeve did. And it was just. And then. Hold on. Trying to test something out. Oh no, I hate that too. Okay, so we're gonna stay with it just kind of fluttering out. No swoosh, no twisting, just a little bit more of it just kind of flapping out. I still feel like that's a little too long. I would like to apologize to Raphael. I thought he was difficult, but all he had was just small details. The Zayne is just. I am seriously convinced Zayne hates me. And like, is it deserved? Probably. But again, I'm sorry, but the other LIs just come higher on the list for me. It's probably deserved. It's probably deserved. I'm like, if you look at my lads poll history, I'm 100% convinced Silas and Zayne have beef with each other now. And mainly because when I pulled for the Catch 22 banner, the one banner I actually spent money on, we do not talk about that. Silas and a little bit of maybe Raphael and Xavier kept Zayne from coming home. But mainly Silas. I just kept pulling Silas to the point that I did R3 him without meaning to R3 him. I just wanted all the cards. But I ended up getting Silas over and over and over again, and all I needed was Zayne. And I spent so much money on that banner, all because I wanted Zayne. And then now when I pull for Silas, sometimes I get Zayne cards coming out of nowhere. This past banner for Improvised Flow, which was my target card, I had naturally already reached pity from like past pulls and stuff. And so I just needed 110 pull for the guarantee. And like I was hoping on everything that maybe I got lucky, I would get Zayne. Or not Zayne, I would get Silas. But I ended up getting Zayne. And this time it's like Zayne was exacting his revenge on Silas or something. Like, and the funny thing is, when I was pulling for Catch 22, it was that same Zayne every single time. Like, it loved me during the Catch 22 banner. Again, another 5-star card. I was not meaning to R3, but I R3'd anyway, because that's just how it all happened to pan out. Yeah, convinced Silas and Zayne have beef with each other now, and I think Zayne just hates me. That's just the luck of my pulls. Oh, that just looks so weird and awkward. Like, what the hell is that? Oh my god. I am seriously, this man hates me. I'm convinced this man hates me. I just do not like that at all. Okay. Chibi to reset. Okay. Okay, so that was not exactly my answer. What if we just stick to this originally sushi? Okay, not as bad, but I think that's part of the reason why I did a more dramatic. Because the other option is just send you straight down. But that's not quite where I want to go. No. Okay, what if it, okay, what if I just begin from like the inner, define this line here, and then that can define this line here. Okay. Okay, 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 that's what I need to do. That's a lot better. YouTube channel. Okay, that's all I needed to do. Okay, that feels a lot better now. Something else in Wonderland. I don't know. I like my brain tried recalling a certain quote from Alice Madness Returns just now, and I don't even think it was a quote from the game. Like, I doubt it's something from the game itself. Oh, thank God, that's a lot better. Okay. And then the problem is this one becomes skinny. Oh no, you're gonna be the issue. Thanks, buddy. No, but then this actually does cover naturally a little bit more, so it would make sense, maybe, maybe, maybe. I think I'm just gonna have to cut this one a little higher up here. Oh no, 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 no. Again, he's just giving me so much trouble. I'm okay with that side. That side's just fine. I think the edge of this is what's really throwing me off. I'm gonna follow that a little too much. Okay. Okay, that's a little too dramatic. Yes. Got it. Alright, yeah, you can work with that. Just gonna redraw that line a little bit better. Thank the Lord, Jesus. Oh, maybe just not as pretty as the other one, but it's close. It's good enough. It is good enough. I try to tell myself as I keep redrawing lines. Okay. Alrighty. About time. Okay, good job. Good job. Good job. Good job, Zayne. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Zayne. Alrighty. Okay. That took longer than it should have. I'm not going to dwell on it. I'm not going to get upset over it. I am going to just take my L on this one and run with my life. Okay. Now for his feet, which is the second problem child. I feel like there's like a pressure behind my eyes. They feel a little warm. I don't think I'm getting sick. I also don't know if I ate anything while I was at the restaurant over the weekend with family. I got to meet one of my nieces over the weekend. I live far from most of the family, so I don't get to see them very often. But we got together over the weekend and finally got to meet my second niece on my mom's side of the family. So that was exciting. Okay, I think I'm making that a little too pronounced. It's like a duck. The heel, okay, I'm sending that too far back. Okay, that's okay. Okay, I think I know where my issue's coming from. Hang in there. Okay, first off, that ankle is way too low. And too much pen pressure. Let's just do thin pen pressure. Let's do thin pen pressure, and because the feet are supposed to be doing this number, you send it back like that. With this feet, okay. Okay, you know what? Fundamental. Yeah, because his feet are facing forward. Okay, I see where my issue came from. I hope because his feet are going to be doing the little triangle thing because they are just okay. I see it now. Took 5 fucking ever, but how much am I allowed to curse on these platforms? I used to be a good kid. I used to not curse. Then life got difficult, and I had bigger worries than to worry about my language. And as far as I can tell, I haven't gotten into any fights. Not that I survived a fight or anything. Okay, okay. All I'm gonna say is to anyone who decides, like, just don't look at his feet. And again, I really want to tell the story, but I don't know how far I can go on TikTok with that story. I'm gonna do one more layer, and I'm just gonna draw the shape that I was trying to do earlier, because I realize the position of his feet, if he's facing straight forward, it would be closer to this. You wouldn't necessarily see how, because it looks like more of his ankles are rolling. And okay, yeah, that's what I needed. Of course, his shoes are covered by his face cards. Of course. I'm literally convinced he hates me. Again, probably not misplaced, but oh damn, please cooperate. Just like for 5 seconds. That would be the bottom of the feet. Okay. I don't know why I'm struggling so much with his feet. Like, I will admit, feet are not my strong suit, by no means, but I don't think I should be struggling this much with them. Okay, I know, I know. I'm gonna lose it, Scoob. Oh, thank you, Gabe. Also, welcome to the stream. Okay, I don't know what they're on. Okay, so going back. Okay, and once again, on there. Okay. All right. Okay. I don't think the boxers are gonna help me as much as I think they will, but we will roll with it. I probably should have just turned on the ruler, and I would have made drawing both sides easier. Hello, welcome to the stream, Dylan. I don't know why I'm struggling. Zayne, why do you hate me? So far so good. Had work today, but thankfully tomorrow we got the day off, so not so just happy to sleep in tomorrow. How's your day? Or night? Okay, come on. You got one side at least. Oh no, I'm sorry. I hope you have an easy day tomorrow, at least a chill one. Ouch. Okay. Yeah, that's no fun. I hope you at least get enough time to rest and get some sleep. Oh, thank you for the follow, Dylan. Gee. Okay, let's hear it. Oh, that's rough. I'm sorry to hear that. Unless there's a good behind it. That's rough. Okay. Oh, oh man, that's really rough. It kind of sucks being in a long-term relationship and then just learning you're being used. I'm sorry to hear that happened to you. I'm gonna live with those feet. I can live with those feet. Yeah, that's good. At the very least, it's one of those things that you caught it when you did, and now you get to start anew. Yeah, one of the things that one of my friends always say, um, rejection is just redirection. If anything, this just opens the door for new things to come into your life and greater, better things, hopefully. Okay, gotta fix a little bit of how this is looking more like a horse hoof. Yeah, definitely. Um, that's the one thing about relationships coming to an end, like any relationship really, is just you kind of lose the presence of another person you've just grown so used to. And yeah, that's always a tough one to kind of come to terms with. But one of the things like when it comes to mourning that I this is like the best way I've had people describe it to me is that when it comes to mourning, it never really goes away. It's one of those things that life just grows around it that you barely notice it at some point in your life. Oh wow, you're only 19. Oh man. Hey, you're still very young and there's plenty of good still coming your way. Like, no, that's good. That's good. Yeah, take this from the 30-year-old hag. You still got a lot of life ahead of you, so keep your chin up and I'm happy for you that you caught it when you did because you're still 19. I will say your life as an adult is barely beginning, so good thing to catch those kinds of things early on before they become an issue in the future and it just becomes harder in the future. So yeah, just keep your head held high. I definitely understand that feeling. Yeah, I'll be honest, like I understand that sentiment quite a bit because I'm single myself, so like most days I'm perfectly fine just going by my own rhythm, but it's those specifically difficult days that you just kind of want to just crumble and just have somebody that you could kind of lean on and just for support, just a moment to rest. Like it's difficult when you want that support, but you don't necessarily have it. It never really gets easy to be completely honest, but like those days pass. I don't want to say you get used to them because you kind of really don't, but you learn how to cope in a way that um you move into the next day, but sometimes it really is just a matter of give yourself the grace and the mercy to just lay down, rest, and kind of be there for yourself. Yeah, to be honest, I've been single most of my life, so yeah, my relationships haven't really lasted all too long. Yeah, Yeah, there are certain situations that just force people to mature a little faster, or rather, not necessarily mature faster, but take on responsibilities that are much bigger than them at certain ages. Gotcha. Yeah, I'll say this. There's nothing wrong with like loving way too hard. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just you kind of like, because I kind of get it, because I kind of tend to trust people pretty easy, and I know there are some experiences kind of like make you close up a little bit. But it's one of those things that it's a combination of learning how to be selective with that love, because there will be people who will earn their place in your life and will stick around. There are other people who you'll pretty much just grow apart with, or you'll come to realize are not exactly the people who you thought they were. Um, and it's one of those things that I understand when you go through heartbreak, it can be very easy to kind of just like cave and just close yourself up. But I would say just keep loving the way that you do. Eventually, the people who are meant for you will stick around. And sometimes life just happens and people just move with the waves. So so just keep loving life. And like, I've had some pretty close friendships, and in some cases it's just they were good. Um, One of the things that I always say is that cherish the good times while they last. And when time comes. Whether you guys kind of leave off on a sour note or not, one of the things that I always hold fond is the memories and experiences were good at one point, and I do hold those fondly. But I also kind of come to accept that certain relationships ended for very specific reasons. And if they ended, they ended, and they came with their lessons, they came with their good times, and I cherish each and every one of those, because every person who's kind of entered and exited my life, they taught me something about myself and they've helped me grow in different ways. So yeah, it's a bittersweet way of taking things, but it kind of helps me kind of just so I don't really close myself off to people completely. Of course, there are gonna be the people that I'm gonna be kind of like, I'll gauge you first, because I consider myself an extrovert. But I'm also very shy. So when I enter a room full of people, usually I'm the quiet one in the room until you get pretty much personality privileges. And because usually what I'm doing is I'm the kind of person that I'll kind of hand back and observe the energy of the room first, just so I kind of get a better gauge of what I'm working with and how I need to approach. I think somebody almost described it as a social chameleon of sorts. Like, I'll match whatever energy is in the room. Unless I'm uncomfortable, then I'll probably just leave the room. Okay, that's his knee. And he does have quite a few little details. Yeah. Yeah, there are certain parts about myself that I've learned that you don't have to completely close yourself off, but there are certain parts of yourself that you do want to be selective with sharing. Yeah. Yeah, pretty much just be yourself, literally, because the people who are meant for you will stick around, the people who aren't, they'll come and go. And you'll like just be yourself, and you'll find your people that way. Yeah. And one of the things that I always say is that my IRL circle of friends, it's not that big. But at the end of the day, I choose quality over quantity. I may not have a lot of friends, but of the friends that I do have, they are very solid people, and they've supported me through a lot. Okay, that's good. Yeah, don't let yourself grow cold and hard just because one relationship didn't go as planned, or it just didn't go as well. It can be a bit of a difficult rock to kind of get over. But there's definitely somebody out there for you that will appreciate you for what you bring to the table, and I'm not just talking about like material possessions or stuff like that, but your personality, kindness. Eventually you will find your people. Just keep being yourself. Ouch. Yeah, that just seems very unbalanced. Like, I'll say this, like, as a girl, I like it. I like it when people treat me and I get presents, but there also has to be a balance on it where, like, you can't be the only one doing that sort of behavior. Like, yeah, no, it's consideration goes a long way. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I kind of had a coworker who kind of had something very similar. He was very giving to her, only for her to kind of cheat on him. I felt for the guy, like that's difficult. And he kind of took the higher route, and I admire him for it because I think he did pay for like one of her dog's vet visits, and he wasn't planning on collecting it. Like, I probably would have asked for payment back. Oh, she really just okay. That's not exactly fair. A partnership is two. It require like if Yeah, don't let's not resort to drinking as a way of cope or trying to cope, but yeah. Um, but yeah, no, I get it. Okay. Yeah, no, that's good. It's good to recognize when you're not being appreciated and when you've had enough because as much as you love a person, you also need to respect yourself. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes it's just good. Like if it's no longer for you and it's causing you more stress than anything and you guys can't reach a point of like some sort of compromise, then yeah, it's better to cut your losses where they're at and just put yourself first. Yeah, it's one of those things. It's like there's only so much you can do when the other person doesn't want to pull their weight or doesn't want to help themselves. Yeah, yeah, no, that it's a good, you have a solid head on your shoulders for being 19 and recognizing that that's not an environment you want to stick around with forever. So congratulations on making that decision for yourself. I bet it was difficult at the time, but bigger, better things once you start realizing this isn't what I want and actually making the changes to move forward. Yeah. So just in case you haven't heard it recently, I'm proud of you and I'm happy that you're moving towards better. Okay. That's that. I want to say it's going to be a blue line down the center as well. Okay. And the screenshots start off in the game. I'm not helping in the slightest. Oh, right. So I play a game, Love and Deep Space. I don't know if you've heard of it, but I'm drawing one of the characters' skins. So this is from their kind of like their myths. So this is Zayne, and this is his Master of Fate skin card. So just drawing a chibi version of this right here. Thank you. Yeah, if you joined earlier, it was just me fighting his sleeves, so finally moved past it, and hopefully tonight we'll be able to get to coloring at the very least. So, hoping we can get that far. Thank you so much. So, do you draw? Do you do like some sort of art? I'm just gonna assume that's what it looks like. Oh, nice, nice. So, do you like just draw straight up with ink, like no sketches, just dive right in? Or do you do like sketch? Oh, sweet, that is so cool. Yeah, that is a skill I'm trying to develop, but it never really turns out good. Nice. Oh man, that's really cool. Yeah, it's one of those things like I'm trying to force myself to draw with just ink when I'm working in my sketchbook. For one, like when it comes to do working with character design, it goes a lot faster just to kind of do almost like rapid prototyping when you're looking at engineering. So it's kind of like flush out the ideas as fast as possible just to get them out of your system so you can settle into something sooner. Okay, cool. How often do you have to start over when you make a mistake? And I could only imagine. How long have you been drawing? Nice. Okay, okay. Cool. So was it like one of those things that you were inspired by an artist to get started, or was it just like one day you just started doing it and you just never stopped? I always love meeting other artists and learning what their stories are because everybody comes from so many different backgrounds. Oh, cool. Okay, okay. Sweet. Do you have the artist handle? I'd love to check them out sometime. Okay. Yeah, no, that's really cool. You just jump straight into pen art. I never really developed the confidence for that. Okay. I'll save that. I'll save that name for later. Let me just get a quick screenshot. There we are. Yeah, I'll have to check them out later. Yeah. Okay, I think that does it. That kind of gets hidden behind it. And I'm pretty sure there is one streak down the senator's boot, but I'll find a better reference later for that, and I'll probably color that in. So mostly anime. So I grew up on anime, so that played a very heavy influence into me drawing the way I do now. But other artists that I've really enjoyed, so there was like this type of dark pop surrealism that I really loved when I was a teenager, and I really banked heavy into it at some point. And um One of the things I love doing is just like experimenting with different art styles, and I used to do it a lot when I was in high school. I don't really do that as much now, but I've mainly been sticking to anime and just working on improving my anatomy. So, but some of the other artists that I really looked up to when I was like a child was Leilani Joy, Camila D'Errico, um, Tara McPherson. They were like the top three I always return to because I love their style of art so much. So I tried emulating a lot of what they did, and their medium was acrylic. So that's kind of what got me started on painting. But there was also this one other artist. They were a YouTube artist when I was a kid, but I think at some point they took down their channel, so I was never able to find them again. But I really loved their type of like creepy, cute art style. And yeah, so I definitely lean. So there's a book if you want to look it up. It's called Weirdo Noir, and it's got a lot of like that style that I gravitated to when I was a teenager. Outside of the anime art, of course. And then eventually I kind of just leaned into anime because I do want to make my own comic book manga at some point. So really ended up leaning heavily into the anime style. Oh, here, let me type it out for you. Let me see. Yep, it's right there. So yeah, it was like so it was yeah, a lot of like gothic, dark, lowbrow art. And there's a car in the distance. Okay, line art isn't. I love dark art. It's funny because I have a friend who tells me that my art style does not reflect my personality sometimes. So it gets kind of funny because I really love dark art. I love horror. But a lot of the stuff that I draw isn't. I don't draw horror very often. I want to do more of it at some point, but I don't do it very often. Yeah, a lot of my stuff has been like the cute chibi, a lot of chibi, a lot of more 18 plus artwork, but not as much horror as I would like. There's also the cute, fluffy stuff that I've been drawing as well, so yeah, that kind of, yeah, I don't know, I really want to do horror more. If anything, horror is the one theme I want to do more of. I just haven't. Thank you. Did not mean to type in your name, Zane. Excuse me. And okay, yeah, I need to change the. Okay, that's what I needed to do. Connect with only, close cap. Okay, select layer. Same here. So I don't have a formal education in art. I did do like the introductory stuff that they require of you when you're in high school. So like intro to art or art 101. Then I took photography and graphic design my senior year of high school, but after that, I don't have a formal education in art, so I didn't go to art school. So most of what I know now is mostly self-taught as well. Yeah, I wanted to go to art school at some point, but I'll be honest, in retrospect, when I think about it long and hard, I honestly do think if I had gone to art school, something it would have killed something in me. Ouch. Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that. That's rough. So is it like, I understand sports injuries because I tore my ACL when I was in middle school playing basketball. So sports injuries are never fun, never easy. Are you at least able to play again? But yeah, I feel that that is rough. That is rough. Mm, oh man, that's rough. Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that because I feel for that situation because I went through something very similar. Um, I found the silver lining, but I just I remember not being able to play sports anymore, and it was such a tough time. Oh gosh. Oh man, that sucks. Oh god. Yeah, not the best combo to be inebriated and on wheels. I guess there was a lesson there. You do only live once. You do only live once. I hope at the very least it was fun in the moment or while it lasted. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, when I tore my ACL it was because of some guy crashed into me while I was in the air, so yeah. Yeah, that yeah, like any injury that takes you out of playing a sport just is really rough, especially when your life centers around sports. Oh, ouch. Oh man. Oh. I'll be honest, I cried during mine, but mainly I cried mostly not because of pain, because the funny thing is that my doctors were very surprised that I didn't really feel pain when it came to my injury. I cried because I went into panic. I started panicking. That's the main reason I cried. Yeah. My I kind of grew up with a pretty high pain tolerance, but if anything, that day I cried mainly because I was panicked and I had no idea what was going on because torn ACL, my knee just gave out underneath me the second I put weight on it. Yeah, of course. I'll be honest, I never tried the chat feature, so is there something that I need to do on my side? Oh, okay. There is something I need to do on my side. TikTok, TikTok, TikTok. For the love of. There we go. Are you in?
Hello,
Hello.
how's it going?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing okay, just chilling in bed.
Okay, nice, nice.
But yeah, I was gonna tell you, I had like 20 shots and I went roller skating.
Oh
It
god.
was, it was awful.
Oh my god. See, I'm not a drinker, so I like I don't know, I'm still pretty straight edge now, so it's just like oh my gosh, that is like you only live once. And
Yeah,
I guess
exactly.
stupid decisions as a teenager.
hmm Well, it's actually a good thing they don't drink. I was an alcoholic when I was like 15 to. I've been sober for 4 months now.
Oh, sweet, congratulations.
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah, that's big.
Yeah, I quit everything, smoking, drinking. I used
Okay.
to be just a bad person. Just
Yeah, no, that's so again, if you haven't heard it recently, I'm very proud of you. That is quite the feat. That's not
oh
easy to
yeah,
do.
it's a big accomplishment. Like I'm so proud of myself, and
Yeah, no,
I mean it
that's
wasn't
awesome.
easy,
I know, I bet. Yeah,
but
part
I
of the
grew.
reason I don't drink is because I'm heavily convinced parts of both sides of my family leans towards addiction and alcoholism, so I kind of put it on myself that I don't want to test it, especially if I'm not in the right in the right mental state.
Yeah, my dad. He's a my. Well, I'm on my own now, but my dad used to be a, severe alcoholic.
Yeah.
That's
And
actually why I moved out when I was 18. Is we got in a fist fight, and
oh, I'm sorry to hear that. That's
No, it's okay.
yeah. Are you in a better relationship with him now? I would hope.
Yeah, after I dislocated his jaw, but
Oh my
it took that
god. Oh my gosh, you
to
just
get there.
reminded me of a coworker. He's an army vet, but yeah, he kind of like got respect from his dad after he did something very similar.
I didn't want to, like, it shouldn't have to. I
It
shouldn't have
should. It
to,
should.
but he just wouldn't listen. And it's like, you know what? Because he's drunk and spits in my face and pisses me off. It's like, oh, wait, language, I'm sorry.
I know you're fine. You're fine. I personally don't care. TikTok does though. So
Yeah, I need to not do that. I'm so sorry.
no, you're fine.
I'm
You're
trying
fine.
to get better.
You,
When I was in that relationship with that girl, I just kind of stopped caring, and
hmm
that's why I'm trying to be better.
Okay, that's good.
That's why I left.
That's good. Um, yeah, sometimes part of healing is letting go of certain people, especially if all they do is encourage your bad habits. So no, that. It sounds like you're making some good positive changes for your life. Bless you.
Thank you. Yeah, she was a bad smoker and drinker and all of this, and it's like I was just supporting everything for her. And I mean, I get paid 1,400 every 2 weeks, so it's like I don't mind.
Oh yeah, I honestly should just give you the heads up. I am also streaming on YouTube as well, so completely forgot that was running.
Oh my,
Yeah, just to give you a heads up, I completely forgot about it.
yeah, that's why I'm trying to monitor the what to say, just
Yeah,
because
yeah. Again, per me personally, not a big deal, but yeah, the platforms.
yeah, TikTok and then yeah, they're pretty strict on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love your artwork. This is very beautiful. I like it.
Thank you so
It's
much.
great.
It took a lot of time and effort to get here. Especially, I want to do a redraw of some of my older work at some point. Because when I started
Mhm.
posting art online, it was roughly around 2016. So it's been a long time since then, and I know I've known there's been quite a huge shift since then. So I really want to do a redraw of something eventually.
Yeah, my favorite drawing is Griff from Berserk.
hmm
It's a I don't know how many times I had to redo it, like 12, 13 times.
Oh man. Yeah, but with each redo, you kind of get a better idea of what you need to do and how to do it.
Hmm. The only thing that's wrong with it is its nose. Like I said, I hate noses. I hate it so much. But yeah, I kind of grew up at a young age, 13, 14
hmm
years old, and
Yeah, you know.
just the situation that I was in with my whole life is just kind of rough. So
hmm
whenever you're in that scenario, it just kind of grow up pretty quick.
Yeah, yeah. It's kind of rough because you're still a kid trying to figure things out, and obviously your parents aren't trying to, or I probably shouldn't be so harsh when I put it that way, but obviously like your parents aren't exactly at their best either. They're probably trying to figure
Mm.
themselves out, barely trying to stay afloat, and you're just a kid trying to figure things out. It's Man, I can only imagine.
Oh yeah, it's not easy, but no one's gonna help but me. Just like gotta
Exactly.
learn on my own.
Yeah, exactly. Like there,
Like it took me a while to like learn how to like actually love someone the right way because my dad was a
yeah.
bad man,
Mm.
and I didn't know how to like care for someone. And my mom was gone when I was 2, and then she came back when I was 12.
Okay. Oh, wow, that's rough.
So I didn't have that mom love either.
That's rough. That's really rough.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that was all at like a young age.
Okay. You know, I can only imagine, but part of that is, I guess, I don't want to say accelerated growth, but like, I mean, because I
I'm,
knew a few people
I'm
who
pretty
were
sure that's
very
what it
in
could be for
similar
me.
situations and they never really got out of it. So proud of
Mm.
you for breaking the cycle.
Oh yeah, it's just trying.
hmm And best we can do in this lifetime.
Oh yeah, that's all you can really do is try.
Exactly. You're gonna fumble along
So what
the
do you do
way. It
for
never really gets easy.
what do you do for work?
I'm actually a software engineer. Right now I do more data analytics than anything.
Software engineer. That's cool.
hmm Yeah, you're only
I
19, so are
I
you
maintenance a
considering
golf
something?
course.
Hmm?
I do maintenance for a golf course.
Okay, sweet. That's a good that's a good place to
Make
start.
sure it looks good. Yeah,
Nice. So do you do like the hedge trimmings or is it just like driving the giant lawnmowers all over the field?
exactly. Kinda.
Okay.
Right now, I'm just mulching a lot of leaves because it's fall's
Okay.
coming in.
All right. Yeah.
Leaves are falling, but I'm mostly on my tractor, just mowing all day.
Okay. Yeah. Do you have any other plans outside of that in the future or
Um, I was wanting to take over my dad's construction business.
Oh, sweet.
I've been doing
Nice.
construction since I was like 15.
Okay, cool, cool. That's gonna be a good place to go.
Yeah, it's good money, but it's hard on you.
Yeah. And it's a lot of very physical labor.
Pays good though.
Definitely.
Who cares about the body breaking as long as the money's coming?
Well, that's part of the thing as you move up, like eventually you'll be the one delegating work, depending on what route you want to take for yourself.
Mhm.
So maybe eventually you won't really have to do like more because it really does depend on the kind of route you want to or where you want to take your career. Like I
Yeah.
know for us personally, we do get the options of doing more managerial work, but that kind of takes us out of the weeds. Personally, for me,
Uh,
I've come to acknowledge a long time ago that I don't like managing people. I don't want to do the manager work, so I'm pretty much going to be a code monkey the rest of my life.
Code Monkey.
Yeah.
Is it pretty easy?
There are days that it's easy. There are days that it's just like you're banging your head against a keyboard. And the other thing that kind of makes it difficult is sometimes I do client work, and
Hmm.
working with clients can get difficult. You either get the really easygoing clients that just make everything easy for you, and and it's like it's easy flowing, communications are good. Then you have the clients that for some reason they just want to make your life difficult.
Oh yeah. There's plenty enough of those.
Oh yeah, plenty to go around. Not my cup of tea. I need to double check what color Zayne's eyes are later time. But
Cannot
yeah,
see.
yeah, it's definitely one of those. There are days where it's easy. There are days where it's just like you're hitting walls, and it's a lot of problem solving. Definitely a lot of problem solving.
Yeah, I actually took a coding class when I was in high school, and I did it
Nice.
for 2 years.
Yeah, did you enjoy
But
it?
I don't remember it. It was pretty cool.
hmm Yeah,
In
definitely.
high school, yeah, I did.
Yeah,
It
I
took me a while.
remember they opened similar courses, and that was kind of my first exposure. Made going into college a lot easier because you're kind of it takes you out of that initial shell shock of programming languages are pretty much like learning a new like spoken language.
Yeah, I didn't want to go to. I don't really want to go to college. If I go to college for anything, it's going to be construction license, so I can go
Okay.
everywhere.
Yeah, no,
But
college is, so maybe even a trade school just for you to get your license and so that you could work. It doesn't have to be
mm,
college.
yeah, and my mom got upset at me because she was like, she wants me to go to college. I'm like, I don't want to go. I don't want to have to go. Like, it's just not some. It's not meant for some people sometimes.
Yeah, yeah. There, for some people it's a fit, for others it isn't. Yeah. So you need to
Yeah, I
weigh
was
out that.
actually.
And like I said, trade schools they'll give you everything you need to find good jobs as well. So it's like you, especially if you're more hands-on, because I will say this about college, like I got lucky with the program I had that we were a little bit more hands-on, but
Mhm.
um, college is great for teaching a lot of theory, not necessarily application. So depending on how you
Mm,
want to take it, if you want something more hands-on, definitely a trade school.
trading, yeah, trade
Mhm.
school. That's like the plan. Trade school. If I do go to college,
Yeah,
trade school.
yeah, yeah. That'll give you like
Because
more
I,
hands-on experience.
yeah, I'm not the when it comes to like writing and English, and no, I don't like it. It makes my brain just, I hate it. But math, I love math
Okay.
and science.
Ah, is there like a specific type of math and sciences that you're drawn to?
Um, in theory, and just a whole lot of numbers. I love it. It's just like trying to solve an impossible question. It's just like my favorite. I'd sit there for hours trying to figure it out.
Oh man, that's awesome. And so it's like one giant puzzle
And
for
just,
you then.
it's like I just love the thought of it, and like the brain. Just I love the brain, and just it's so crazy what we can do.
That's awesome. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll be honest, I know I had to go to an engineering school, but I've always had a love-hate relationship with math because there were days it just drove me off like I don't know, it just got so frustrated when I couldn't figure things out. Um and then there were days that it's like,
it's
oh, I
definitely
get it.
frustrating. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, I'll
and
be
once you
honest, I
do
have a
figure it
love-hate
out, it's like, oh
relationship with
my
math.
goodness, finally we got it
Yeah,
down.
exactly. Yeah, no, and I'll be honest, college did not make it easier because I got a lot of professors with very thick accents, like
hmm
brilliant men, but the accents weren't always the easiest to understand. So it's like you're trying to figure out what they're trying to say. So it kind of becomes like a class in trying to decipher just trying to decipher accents, and as
Yeah,
well as trying to learn math. Again, they were
yeah,
brilliant individuals, just the thick accents made it a little bit more harder than it needed to be.
right. Yeah, I call her Miss Philly, but
Mhm.
she's a great teacher. But it took her a long time to like actually like me because we had to use pencil, and I don't like pencil. Like I said, and I hate pencil. I hate the feeling of it. So I always use pen.
Yeah, I knew a lot of high school teachers that like that drove them up a wall if we used pen.
And I'm like, you can film me if you want, but I'm using pen. I don't care. And
Dude,
uh,
seriously, like mad respect for doing math and pen. Like I could never.
I just why, if you mess up with a pen, like it's that's why you don't mess up. Try not to, but even if it is wrong, like if it was wrong, I just like okay, it's okay. It's just
Yeah.
one problem. But if I just messed up, then we weren't allowed to scribble because
Hmm.
it's not proper.
Yeah.
But yeah, it took her a long time to like actually get used to me, and then she tried failing me because like uh,
Oh man,
there's
failure
like
is a bit
some
of a
ways
street.
I just hate explaining like the very very little. It's just proper stuff in your head how to solve it.
Hmm.
She's like, well, you have to write down your word. It's like, well, it's just a quick little, it shouldn't be this long. But like, I'm really big into dimensions and
Okay.
stuff,
All right.
and it's just like the way the world works and like the science behind the world, and a big interest of mine because this world there's so much to it, and
Yeah.
we don't even know.
Exactly. Like so personally, I also do like I do tarot as well. Um, But the funny thing is, it's I actually had a conversation with one of my coworkers because it kind of intersected science and spirituality in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
So I love this coworker because we have some of like the most randomest conversations every so often, and sometimes like it'll be from like how to burp a baby to quantum physics. And I think you would enjoy quantum physics quite a bit actually. There's a lot of theory behind it that is just very fascinating. And this is
Mm-hmm.
the reason why I always hold physicists to high regard is because they understand the world in a far different plane than we do.
Quantum physics.
Hmm.
That sounds ratatouille.
Yeah, so so if like black hole theories, stuff like that.
Oh my goodness, I have a whole black hole theory. I got to tell you about it.
Okay, cool.
So like, I believe if we just learned the black hole, like learn more about it, we can actually start warping because
Hmm.
a black hole, there is an end to a black hole. Did you know that?
No, I did not.
There's an end which is called a white hole,
Okay.
which instead of sucking in, it pushes out.
Oh,
And I just think if we like learned the black hole and the white hole, you can like somewhat create a warp at the center point of the black hole.
okay.
But again,
Uh,
it's just a thought.
no, that's. I think you would really get a kick out of like more advanced physics topics, not just like how do you calculate velocity or what is the. I think you would really get a good kick out of stuff like quantum physics and stuff like that. Because,
Mm-hmm.
like, for example, quantum computing, so whenever you work with computer science and technology, everything operates off of a binary. So it's either at a zero or a one, and those zeros and ones determine much larger values. So
Exactly.
so the thing with quantum theory, however, is that instead of it operating on a binary, you actually kind of like I don't want to say Schrodinger's cat because that's not quite right either, but you pretty much have zero and one happening simultaneously at the same time. So
Mm-hmm.
I think you would actually get a good kick out of like quantum physics and stuff like that.
It sounds interesting.
Hmm.
I don't
Definitely
sound too
look into
bad.
it because one,
Zeros and ones.
I keep forgetting the
That's
theory
what.
that my coworker keeps telling me about. Like I keep forgetting the name for it, but essentially it's pretty much the relationship between on the level of particles. So like on the level like on an atomic level, you have things that could be like let's say some you have like an atom that's located on Mars and one here on Earth. But and
Mm-hmm.
there's like some sort of message that transfers between both of them that if one changes, the other changes like right alongside it at the same time. So
Mm-hmm.
that like it's one of the most interesting conversations that we have, especially when you consider that one of the key principles of physics is that energy is never created, it's never destroyed, it's retained. Like
Just
there's
yeah.
energy is always transferred.
Mm-hmm.
So I think you would really get a good kick out of it.
Yeah, that's so neat and unique. I
Hmm.
love having these conversations and just talk. I can spend hours talking about it.
Oh, trust me, I am a chattermouth. I will go on different topics, and we'll just keep jumping topic on topic.
Yeah, I have a buddy at work, and he's a Christian, and
Hmm.
I try to I talk to him like what I believe and like
Yeah.
and he didn't judge, but he just listened to me, and I mentioned my theory
Hmm.
on like what it is, and he was like, because you can't take science away from Christ. You can't.
Yeah.
There's science in it too.
Hmm.
He's like, you can't just take that apart because you got to have both.
It's
Take
one
it.
of those arguments where if God created the universe and God created science, so in a way, science is one of his creations if you look at it from their
Yeah,
lens.
I just I love the whole thought process of it. Just
Hmm.
such a
And so
piece of it.
I take it. It almost sounds like you're like big on philosophy, and
Mm,
I think you would enjoy stuff like philosophy and stuff like that. Quantum physics,
probably.
especially since you're a math person, like quantum physics, definitely something worth
Yeah.
looking into. I don't know, like, yeah, when they introduce physics, there is a lot of math to it as well. Um, but yeah, but definitely quantum physics has a lot of interesting theories behind it.
Right. I'll have to go check it out sometime. But it's a college course.
So it would end up falling like eventually it would end up falling into more advanced topics. So it wouldn't be like your the intro stuff that you would take. It wouldn't be part of your God, it's been so long. What's the word I'm looking for? It wouldn't be part of like the basic courses you need to take like English. It would be more of degree specific. So it would be one of like the more advanced courses. Yeah, that was I am blanking on that word. What is that word? Oh,
we go.
Welcome back.
Well, thank you, thank you. Yeah, I just looked it up to like kind of see what it is and the study of matter, which sounds I love. I want
Yeah,
to talk
I
about
think
that.
again, I think you would take a really good kick out of it because there's a lot of good like thought exercises in that realm.
Yeah, I just love the thought of like splitting an atom too. It's
Hmm.
like so cool because like they're so small. And it's
They're pretty
like
much
talking
building
about like
blocks of
oh yeah, everything you gotta have
yeah.
it.
Yeah, so I always love having those conversations with that coworker because because I remember when we had that conversation, I kind of like took a split because I also believe in the paranormal. I have heavy believer in the devil's proof. So just because you haven't seen it doesn't necessarily disprove the possibility of it existing. So
Mm.
I remember like there's like I heavily lean on there's just a lot of things when it comes to this universe that we just don't understand.
Well, there's
And
so much
it's
out there
just
that we
like
just don't know about.
exactly. So it's like for me it's believing with a healthy dose of skepticism. Because I do love the paranormal. I love cryptids.
Hmm.
So it's like I grew up on ghost hunters and stuff like that.
Right.
When you're
I
19, you grew up on
believe.
ghost adventures.
Yeah, I've been there. I've watched it. I
Yeah.
believe like we are like this is hell, but like living in
Hmm.
Earth, like on Earth right now is hell. Like this is. I mean, and I'm not sure. It's just a thought, but I'm pretty sure because I mean, well, I don't believe in the heaven.
Hmm.
I just kind of hope like
Yeah,
once it's over, it's over.
exactly.
And I can go on a whole rant on like my thought process on it, but like it has to dig into like dimensions and like, it's so stupid because there's 12 dimensions. Like
Okay. I
I
actually didn't know
just
that.
I you didn't know it.
Mm-mm. Yeah, I haven't really looked that deep into that subject matter. Most of the things that I tend to lean towards is heavily because I'm more story oriented where like I'll look into their lores and like where they originated
Mhm.
from. So
Right.
yeah, I haven't really
Yeah.
brought it to that realm of thinking.
Well, I just believe like if our brain was capable of doing it.
Hmm.
Well, do you know the first dimension? Do you know what that is?
No, I don't. I'm not familiar with the dimensions. This is actually a new concept for me.
Okay, well, I love to explain it to you. So the first dimension is length. It's infinitely up and infinitely down, a straight up and down line. You can
Okay.
go up and down infinitely.
Okay.
The second dimension is length and width. It's like Terraria.
Okay.
Yeah. The third dimension is what we're living in, length, width, and then depth,
Okay.
which looks like a 3D cube.
Okay.
And
So
then the
that kind
fourth
of takes it
dimension.
back into the math realm. Okay. I'm familiar with that
Yeah,
much.
yeah. And then the fourth dimension is it's a cube, a
Hmm.
3D cube inside of another cube, and it
Okay.
it moves and it looks so cool. Like it's the coolest thing ever.
Okay.
But it's length, width, depth, and then time. It's possible we can do it,
Hmm.
but it's just super complicated.
Right.
Then the fifth dimension is something called beyond our perception because our brain's not capable of doing it, like comprehending.
Right.
And that just has me thinking. I'm like, well, does the human brain use 10%? Because like some people say no, some people say yeah, because the whole brain has, shows that we do use the full brain. It's like, well, I mean, it can show it, but like, does it prove that we use the absolute fullest to it?
Right. Okay.
Like, there's not 100% on that. So like, the fifth dimension, like I said, is beyond our perception,
Hmm.
and the sixth is possible worlds. So like, it just has me thinking like, what if like or like you just have to see it's like this. the sixth is it's like four of those, the fourth dimensions
Hmm.
and another cube, and then it's just like it gets more bizarre, bizarre, bizarre.
Okay.
Well, eventually you get to like the 12th, 11th, and 10th. So you got all possible worlds, all possible like
Hmm.
country, and like just universes is
Okay.
the seventh, and then it keeps going down, and then you got all possible histories.
Okay.
So basically, you'd be able to go like back in time to the histories that happened,
Right. Okay.
which I feel like if you went too not like too far back, but like like whenever you were born, and
Hmm.
then you messed up something, you'd create the butterfly effect, and
Right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. That makes sense.
so I don't think you can go too like you can go far back, but like not too far, like not
Right.
too
Right.
advanced in
So the
time.
summons would deal mostly with time and space then.
Oh yeah, time. The sixth, seventh is time and space, and it
Okay.
just keeps going on and on and on, and then like so the 12th dimension is something called M theory,
Hmm.
which is very bizarre. The
Okay.
11th is all possible timelines,
All right.
meaning like you ever had that feeling in like your gut like something bad happened?
Yeah. Would it be like a deja vu moment?
Kinda, yeah. So
Okay.
if, I just feel like something bad happened in that timeline at that moment. That's why you didn't want to do it because something tells your body like, hey, something bad happened at that time.
Okay.
But you'd be able to travel three different timelines
Hmm.
if our brain was capable of doing it, of course.
Okay.
And then, well, let me just tell you. So I had a good friend named Miss Dora,
Hmm.
and she was in her 60s, but like she went to a brain school to learn how to use her brain,
Okay.
and she didn't like she was there for I don't even know like 10 years, 12 years,
All right.
just learning how to use her brain, and she only mastered 12% of her brain. But I seen it with my own two eyes.
Hmm.
Like she was able to move a spoon with her mind,
Oh wow.
and I seen it. I'm like, how the hell? Like, oh, language.
You're good.
Like that is the coolest thing. I'm like, well, what if you learned how to use your full brain? Like,
Yeah. No,
just imagine what you can do.
that's super interesting. So another what you got me thinking about is that recently, as I mentioned, I started learning how to do tarot roughly about a year ago, from a friend. And there's
Tarot
another thing that
cards.
she introduced me to that is known as the Akashic Records. So pretty much the concept behind it is like it's pretty much falling back on like a step higher than just your intuition, but
Mm,
kind of being able to connect with a certain plane where you can kind of communicate with like ancestors or like spiritual beings that have kind of watched over you, or even like reincarnations of your soul from the past. So
right.
it kind of got me thinking about that as well.
Huh, I can see it.
Yeah.
And you're talking
So
about like tarot cards, right?
yeah. So like tarot cards, Akashic readings are actually kind of separate from tarot cards because that one kind of requires more of a meditative state in order to go through.
Mm. Oh, that stuff is bizarre though. Like, I have a friend that was able to do tarot cards, and like, it's like, how the hell can you? Do you know? How do you know what's going on? Like, how can you read it through cards? It is the coolest thing ever.
Yeah, yeah. I my friend does my readings for me every year, and her accuracy kind of freaks me out sometimes. Like it's scary accurate. And
Hmm.
I've slowly been learning how to do it myself. And it's again kind of a combination of intuition. There are certain things that we can't really quite explain, but part of it too is also intuition. And
Yeah.
the other good point that my friend brought up one time was that when you look at the past, when things like tarot divination was very like the go-to and the norm, a lot of these people were really relying on how stars move, because if you look at astrology as well, because sometimes people will incorporate astrology into their tarot practice as well. And a lot of it really is just understanding star movements and planet movements, and
Oh yeah.
going back to just physics and quantum physics, is that energy never dissipates. It just gets brought back in and then reused in a way.
Hmm.
It's all transferred. So I don't know
Yeah,
what I'm saying with
I
that,
can
but
definitely see
yeah.
that
Yeah, in my
because it
opinion,
don't
there's like a
just go
very
away.
strong intersection between spirituality and that sort of physics.
Yeah, that's very cool that you think about that because I've never really thought about energy and stuff. But that is true. It don't just go away.
Hmm. Yeah, and when you look at like a lot of the terminology, when you look at some spiritual practices, it always goes back to energy.
Hmm.
So that's kind
Oh
of
yeah.
where I draw like that kind of intersection, is that spirituality kind of uses a very similar terminology at times.
Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, so it's a very interesting thing to do, is draw that intersection between spirituality and science for me. Because I did
Oh
grow
yeah.
up
Because
Catholic, and so and now I consider myself agnostic. But um,
well,
yeah,
agnostic.
so yeah, it's kind of like you know how atheists they don't really believe in a god or anything like that.
Right.
Agnostics will pretty much, it's pretty much more for me. It's kind of like a broadening of. It's not that I don't believe in anything. It's more of like I believe that there is something else.
I won't say it's God, but like
Mhm.
it's definitely someone. But like
Yeah,
the thing is like again with me is like if you mastered the brain, just imagine the things you can do.
definitely.
Like again, like my good friend Miss Dora, she was able to like move a spoon with her mind at 12%. That's telekinesis
Yeah,
at
and I
12%.
remember there was a movie that kind of explored that theme, wasn't there, at some point?
Hmm.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, because I
And it's
recall
like,
there was
well,
something very recent.
if that's 12% of your brain, just imagine what 100% can do. Like and doing whatever you want.
Exactly.
And
And
like
a lot of
I
the
told my friend Carson,
limitations,
I'm like,
yeah, and a lot of our
that's
limitations as humans is literally our brain.
oh yeah. But I told Carson, I'm like, listen, like, you know, I'm glad what you believe in and you're so strong willed on that, but like just listen to me. Like if you were to become God and for say you mastered the brain, would you want to teach someone that power? Like if you give it to the wrong person, like the wrong hands, like imagine what they can do.
Yeah. And
It's
great
just
power
not a
comes
good
great
thing.
responsibility.
Oh yeah. And I'm like, well, if you tell your friend, yeah, they're gonna keep it in for so long, but eventually they're gonna tell someone. So why would you? I mean, personally, I'd be greedy and just tell no one.
Exactly.
That's me.
Yeah, and
Because
there are
if you
some
give it to
things
the wrong
that
person, it's
personally, yeah, like that's definitely one of the things that I keep to myself. I'd keep it to myself as well.
oh yeah, because it's just you can't trust everyone out there. I mean,
Hmm.
and if you mastered that power, like I wouldn't want to teach no one.
Yeah. You know, you have to be, again, great power comes great responsibility. Like you need,
Hmm.
it's kind of like with anything in your life, like you need to be selective and you need to be aware of the kind of people that are the kind of people that you're letting in and out and who you're allowing to stay around, because again, everything in our lives is a choice.
Exactly. Yeah. Mm. Oh man,
I hope it's not too late for you.
it's not too bad. It's I took me a fat nap, so I'm doing pretty good. I'm so glad I can take a nap. That is like the one thing I'm so happy about. I'm telling you.
Oh my gosh, yes. Naps throughout the
She wasn't
days.
allow. She wouldn't allow me to take a nap. My ex girlfriend, like at all.
Oh man, I'm glad you're able to breathe.
Oh yeah, I'm like, and like my money. I just got
Yeah, no,
money in the
save that up.
bank now. It's like holy shit. Oh wait, Jesus. But I was saying like actually having that money in the bank is just so nice to see, and like actually not all be gone in
Oh, that's good. Yeah,
4 or 5 days.
yeah, do what you can to kind of help build that safety net. You're gonna need it.
Yeah.
As long as she didn't do anything to put you in any sort of debt or anything like that.
Oh no, I haven't even started building credit yet. That's
Okay.
I need to start though. That's one of the reasons I don't want to do college too, because starting student debt. And,
Yeah. Well, if the other thing is to like look into programs, because part of what helped me get through school was that I actually scholarships, financial aid, like they'll go a long way if you're able to get your hands on them. And there are a lot of programs that I'd recommend like you look into because there are certain organizations that will help kind of lessen that burden. Also, the other thing that kind of helped was the college that I went to, like comparatively speaking, it was actually not that
Mhm.
expensive too. So it's just like at the end of the day, your degree is your degree. It'll help. You don't need to go you don't need to go to an Ivy League school. You don't need to go like there are some places that will put some emphasis on stuff like that, but at the end of the day, most other places like you so long as you have the degree and you can show that you're willing to learn and that you're
Yeah.
willing to put in the time and effort needed to do what they need of you, like in my opinion, most jobs, school is good at teaching you theory, but everything that you actually need for the job, you'll learn on the job.
Oh yeah, this school is so pointless.
Yeah.
Besides like the basic education part, I think, in my opinion.
Yeah. The main thing for education is that it's not necessarily to teach they don't teach you how to get a job or anything like that. This is the one thing I will say about the courses that I took. They didn't necessarily teach me what I would be doing at work, but they did help create the foundation of how I need to think in terms of problem solving, especially when you're looking at things like coding and computer science. The way you
Yeah.
think has to be slightly different from the way most people think. So,
Oh,
if anything, like they
100%.
kind of help create those foundations for how your brain thinks.
Right.
So I think like in terms of like practicality, a lot of the stuff that you learn while you're there, you don't actually use. But the true thing you're actually pulling out of it is the foundation for how your brain works.
Oh yeah. Yeah, how your brain works. I've only done like a lot of physical work my whole life. Like,
Hmm.
so when I was 13, 14 years old, I was working doing windows with my
Okay.
dad. And then we had a business, which is Whitehead and Sons LLC, which we did construction, building houses, roofing. I built 4 houses from the ground up.
Oh, that's so cool.
um, Houses. I mean, construction, literally everything. And then
Hmm.
now I just maintenance a golf course
That's really cool.
at the trails in Norman, Oklahoma.
Hmm. Yeah, it sounds like you have some cool stuff to put onto your resumes because the skills are the invaluable part.
Right.
Well,
Well, if I go back to anything, I mean, I'm probably just construction,
yeah.
getting paid
I mean, the other thing you could
four or five
potentially
hundred
look
bucks
into
in
as
three
well is
days.
architecture. There's also
Oh yeah,
another field of study
Then
called material engineering, and pretty much is just understanding the materials, and they're pretty much the people kind of saying it's like, oh yeah, that like looking into steel, how things are fabricated, if I'm remembering it correctly.
right.
Yeah. So, sorry to cut this short, but I do need to start getting ready for bed, and um, so I'll probably be ending stream.
No, that's okay. Yeah, I probably need to head there soon. It's 12 for me almost in 3 minutes.
Okay. Well, you better get to sleep. Um,
Right.
so thanks for joining and thanks for chatting with me.
Oh, no problem. It was nice meeting you,
It was nice meeting you too,
Dream. Scalar.
Skylar.
Scalar. Skylar.
Yeah, Skylar.
It was
I
nice
didn't
meeting you.
realize that was the way people were pronouncing it till I heard it in a couple of lives. Like, okay, did not think
Yeah.
that name through.
Right. Yeah, but it was really nice meeting you. I hope you have a great sleep.
Yeah,
And then
it was great.
if you're
It was
live,
great meeting you. Have a good
I'll
night
have to
and sweet
join.
dreams.
Sweet dreams.
All right.
Peace.
All right. So that's gonna wrap up the stream for today. Thank you for everyone who hopped on, and I'll see you guys next time. Got too many windows open.